There we go.
Last night there was a robbery at the jewelry store. A man dressed in black stole thousands of dollars. He left no trace of his identity. The police may never crack the case. What a shame. Now back to the news desk.
Kevin Gehringer, detective by day, detective by night. Now, most of my job is very uneventful. A runaway child, a drug overdose, a dead gorilla. Most days are not very different than the last. This day, however, was August 23rd, 2016. The night before, some goon in a black van and a hoodie pulled a mysterious heist on a local's jewelry store. The power went out. Almost zero physical evidence of the crime was left over. I was feeling awfully lazy that particular week and left most of the detective work up to my partner, Hey! Morning. It's 2 in the afternoon.
Morning to me. Just got a good hour or so of sleep. I'm absolutely fueled by coffee right now. I've been racking my brain all night on this case.
Well, you're off to a good start, kid. I'm glad you're working hard. Now let's take a look at the evidence.
Okay, I'm gonna need your input on this. I've been going over what we've been given all night, and I'm just not getting anywhere. With the fact that the camera's cut out almost immediately, I have nothing to... Hello, Miranda!
Hey, Zachary! Kevin and I weren't expecting company.
Oh, sorry to barge in like this, but the case has been driving me just a little crazy.
Well, all right. You know, I was just a little worried because I know how Kevin likes to be alone when he's watching the news, and I was just worried that he was not gonna...
Honey! It's okay. He's not bothering anyone.
Well, all right. You boys have fun. I hope you're hungry. I'm making beef casserole.
Oh, that's quite all right, Miranda. I'm having a pizza delivered.
I would really appreciate it if you would cancel that order, Zachary. I've been cooking for
I placed it like 20 minutes ago. It should be here any minute.
Honey! It's alright. I'll eat your casserole. Now, can you just leave and let us do our work?
Did I do something?
Nah, don't worry about it. She's been a little worked up since the robbery. Hasn't really felt safe lately. She works at the jewelry store, remember?
Right. Sorry. But hey, okay, so take a look at this.
Show me what you got.
Alright. Well, not much. This guy, he rolls up in a black van. License plates are ripped off. He's masked, covered head to toe in clothing. We have zero ID on him. He might have taken off the mask once he was inside, but there's no way of knowing because he managed to cut the power before the cameras could get a decent shot of him. I mean, I'm seriously stumped here. They're not giving us much to work with.
Well, that's because there isn't much to work with. There's almost zero trace of break-in, zero evidence supporting why...
I got it!
I got it!
Hello? This was on your mat. Doesn't look much like pizza.
Were you expecting any packages?
No. Were you expecting any packages?
Yeah, I was actually expecting packages. That's all be really funny if I told you I asked where the package was. What the heck is this package?
What do you think it is?
I might have ordered some beauty supplies and forgotten about it.
Nothing's printed on the box. No name, no address. It's strange. Well, I guess the only way to find out is to check what's inside.
Oh, whoa, hold on a minute. This could be dangerous.
Dangerous? What are you talking about?
What if they know we're onto them?
Who? FedEx?
No, the jewelry store thief. It's an unmarked box just placed on your doorstep. It might be anthrax, a bomb, an anthrax bomb.
Hassel, what are you going on about? This is your first big case. I've been doing this for a long time, and I can assure you that most of the time, these things are just as they seem. Nothing out of the ordinary. They just probably forgot to label it. Give me the box. It's my package, and I want to open it.
But sir, what if...
What are you dealing with? We're not dealing with an all-seeing, jewel-stealing, anthrax-bombing terrorist. We're dealing with some dime a dozen jerk-off with a crowbar and a pedo cannon. Now, I doubt this package even has to do with our case. Let me see the box.
I'm sorry, sir, but I just can't do that. We don't know by who, from where, or why this thing was sent. I think I detect the scent of criminal intent. It could be filled with poison that would kill us in one breath. It could be an explosive that would send her to us death. You gotta think carefully. This could blow up in your face. It's better safe than sorry. I'm not sorry that I'm safe. You gotta think carefully. It's not something we can trust. It's best to keep it shut, cause we don't know what could be inside the box.
Your first big case has got you shaken to the bone, but jumping to conclusions isn't something I condone. I understand your cautiousness, but try not to forget the answer with the least assumptions tends to be correct. Well, I'm not gonna listen. I don't have the patience for your wild speculations, your childish explanations. There isn't any poison, there won't be an explosion. I'll show you when it's open. Only one way to find out what's in the box.
I can smell the scent of criminal intent.
The answer with the least assumptions tends to be correct.
You gotta
well,
think
I'm not gonna
carefully.
listen.
This could blow
I don't
up
have
in
the
your
patience
face.
for your
It's
wild
better safe than
speculations,
sorry. I'm
your
not
childish
sorry that I'm
explanations.
safe. You gotta
There
think
isn't
carefully.
any poison.
This
There
is
won't be
something
an
we can
explosion.
trust.
I'll
It's
show
best
you
to
when
keep
it's
it shut,
open. Only
cause
one way
we
to
don't know what
find
could
out
be
what's
inside
in
the
the box.
Holy crap.
That's a lot of cash.
Why would somebody leave that here?
I told you, it's the money from the jewelry store heist. It's probably some kind of trap.
If this is what he calls a trap, then this guy's a bigger idiot than I thought.
Right, I don't understand.
Neither do I. Why would he even leave this here? I guess we just gotta turn it into the evidence department.
Wait, hold on now. Think carefully. This story's hard to believe. If you try to tell them it's shown up at your door, they'll think you two were the thieves. Try to solve this mystery. Build a case against him. That's the best direction.
No one has to know about the box!
Now come on, you two. Take your mind off work for a bit. Have some casserole. Come on.
Day 2. My wife and I counted up the money in the box. $40,000. All hard cash. Withholding this evidence for much longer could cost me my job. But at this point, with the little proof I have to prove our innocence, it would be a huge risk to turn it all in. I'm putting my faith in Hassel's hands. Come in.
Detective Gehringer, sir!
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, I came as soon as I can on such short notice, but this is extremely important.
It better be. We need our way out.
Oh, we have one! I have new leads.
Well, come on then. Out with it. Give it up. Spill the beans.
Sir, you'll be spilling your beans all over the place once you hear this.
Excuse me?
Look,
Body of a young man was discovered in the river, still dressed in a pizza delivery uniform. 2 stab wounds carved into his right side. Poor boy
ordered a pizza yesterday, and it never came.
Oh my God. You're right. Do you think we could get it for free? It's definitely been over 30 minutes.
Sir, we're not getting a pizza anymore.
Well, it would be refreshing after last night's casserole catastrophe.
Sir!
All right, I'm just messing with you. Let's get this straightened out. What'd you come up with?
Okay, so here's how it went down, right? Okay, so guy drives up to the jewelry store. We can't see him because he's dressed in all black, right?
Right.
Wrong! He's camouflaged. I think what we're dealing with here is a lizard person.
A lizard person.
Yes, half lizard, half person, 100% eyes. He cloaked himself in a lizard cloak, using his reptilian cloaking powers.
Reptilian what?
Then, once he had melted through the door and used his telekinetic abilities to disable all power in the facility, he sent a cellular signal to, wait for it, the Illuminati. Alright? They use specialized fluctuating radio wave particles to pluck the assailant from the scene of the crime. Poof! Caboodle! Vanished! Just like that, never to be seen again. Then, they mind control a poor pizza boy. He sends us right the money, see, as a distraction, alright? The pizza guy was in on it. He dropped it off right at our feet because they didn't need it. It's pennies to the Illuminati. It was meant to throw us off, right? They're probably already in Fiji, kicking their feet up thinking they got away with it. But I know everything. I know that the robbery was an inside job.
Rookie.
Pizza can't melt steel boxes, sir! The math just doesn't add up!
Get a hold of yourself! What are you rambling about? How long have you been awake?
I'm not sure, but I've had enough coffee that I think it's replaced my blood, and now I can see in the fifth dimension.
Asshole!
I completely skipped right past the fourth dimension. I don't even know how I did it.
Rookie, this is all crazy talk.
You've got to hear me out, sir.
Hassel, I hear you. Trust me, I hear you loud and clear. But now, you know what? You just need some sleep. I'm glad you're dedicated to this case, but if there's one thing I've learned from my 14 years in this department, it's that you've got to give yourself time to rest. You're working too hard and not thinking straight. I think what we're dealing with is a link between the crimes.
A link?
Yes. The only way I see it is that our guy, the jewel robber, he must have felt remorse for all the money he stole. He was driving along the day after his crime, free as a bird. And when he realized what he'd done, he said, "Those poor jewelry store owners, oh, how will they ever survive without this money?" Oh no, and what if I dare say it? What if I get caught? Oh, I'm feeling lightheaded, and I'm feeling queasy too. I could never go to prison. Those orange jumpsuits are so tacky. So he ditched the money, all $40,000 of it, at the nearest house, hoping that person would turn it in, but not realizing how much he screwed them over. He ran back to his car and was about to take off until he noticed the pizza delivery kid pulled up and start towards the doorstep. He had seen his face. He knew he was caught if he didn't do something. So, thinking fast, he brandished a knife, stabbed the pizza guy in the neck, and then he ran to the doorbell and to let them know that this delivery was there and took off. And once he dumped the body in the nearby river, that was that. Plain and simple. And no one would ever know what he did, and the things for him could go completely back to normal.
Sir?
What?
That doesn't account for the lizard cloak.
Listen, you're gonna need some sleep before you keep working on this. Go home, take the night off, okay?
Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Sure thing. Alright, you.
unfortunately.
No, that boy sure is a hassle.
Good one.
What if everything I ever said was incorrect? What if everything I ever did had no effect on anything? Would the world be different if I'd kept my mouth in check instead of making waves and getting everybody wet? I don't have the answers, but if I had to guess, I'd say that I don't care what the world says, cause as long as there's a heart that's marching to its own beat inside my chest, I will reject the simple answers they suggest. Got a case to crack, looks like it's up to me, and finding crazy explanations is my cup of tea. What if he posed as a worker on the night shift? What if he's superhuman? What if he's psychic? What if he's trained as a ninja for his whole life just so he could execute the perfect jewel heist? First was a robbery, then was a killing, if only security cameras were filming. But how did he manage to kill all the cameras without even being inside of the building? Unless he's an alien wizard or some kind of hybrid of human and lizard, then that kind of action could not be accomplished unless he had had an accomplice. Unless he had an accomplice. He had an accomplice. I'm now taking claims. 80%. $80,000. $80,000, but it's not $40,000. But Kevin said, I got it.
You're just excited to see me. That's a gun. Why do you have a gun?
I knew it was you all along.
Roll there, rookie. Calm down. There's a misunderstanding.
Illuminati, lizard scum.
Hassel.
Okay. Breathe. Sir, I'm sorry, but I have no choice but to turn you in. I know it was you.
Please.
Shut up! Enough of your head games! Always calling me rookie, putting crazy ideas into my head, making me think, open your possibly death threat mail. I should have seen you for what you truly were from the beginning, a liar.
Rookie, I mean, Hassel, what are you going on about? Did you get any sleep last night?
Oh, I'm wide awake, sir. You thought you could pull the wool over my eyes and that I'd just forget all about it. Because once the rookie, always the rookie, right? Well, guess what? I'm not your sheep anymore. I know your silly games, leading me down the primrose path, trying your hardest to keep me from figuring you out. But now I know.
Easy, Hassel. You're making some hefty assumptions here. Now just put the weapon down.
Oh, I'm not making any assumptions, sir. I have it all figured out. Now, I know that there was more than one guy in on this job. Who goes into a jewelry heist alone? All right, he had a man on the inside, someone who was able to turn off the power and security systems for him. Your wife works there. You had the chance to scope the whole place out, so you stayed inside, did your half of the work, and received your half of the money. In a box, on the doorstep.
I have no idea.
40,000! Only half the money, sir, your half!
I don't know what you're talking about, Hassel. What are you...
I don't know how it took me so long to realize. You were so fed up with me and intruding on your me time. You didn't want the pizza delivered. You acted so innocent about the box showing up at your door and even suggested that we hide it from the police. You called me crazy. You even tried to make me think that it was your personal package. Beauty supplies? Please, you're ugly.
That's mean and irrelevant and wrong. That was.
I'm not done, Steakface. All right, and now some poor delivery kid is face down in a river because your partner in crime thought that he had seen too much. Well, now I've seen it all, and there's no way you're escaping this time. I got you,
Miranda.
So close.
Regarding the recent jewelry store robbery, we may never truly know what happened. The two men who were leading the investigation, Detective Gehringer and Detective Hassel, killed each other last night in an unexpected pistol standoff. Here with the story is wife of the late detective, Gehringer, Miranda.
Detective Hassel stormed into the living room with his pistol drawn. I thought for sure he was going to kill us both. My husband did what he could to protect me. Now they're gone.